Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot nanny.
Hey everyone, welcome along to Trackside with Kokpit, brought to you by GARAGE16. A big thank you to the team at GARAGE16 for their ongoing support. It's Wednesday, just gone 7:30. What does that mean? We continue on at our Rees Tour down in the South Island. We catch up with a couple of tracks, Greenstone Park Speedway from Greymouth, and also Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway down in Dunedin as well. We're going to catch you with a couple of guests. But as always, it's always good to see you, my friend. Mr. Booker, how are you?
Oh, doing, man. Box of fluffy ducks, mate, I tell you. Yeah, no, we're all good. It's I'm just getting excited for the season to start, and for I want the season to start and get a move on because I want to go on this Rees Tour, you know.
Yeah.
To be fair,
it segues into this. It does segue quickly into this. Way not, and I'll better do it. Evening Legends, 45 days until Harrisville Mini Stock Stampede. So there you go. If you want to get your speedway fix and you're around the lower end of the North Island, head out to Harrisville and check out the Mini Stock Stampede. 45 days. Sorry, books.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. That's okay. I'll be on my first motorsport fix getting close. Will be coming up next month anyway. When I've do the Daybreaker Rally, go and check out the Daybreaker Rally. We'll be doing a build up for that too at some stage shortly too, I would imagine. But yeah, mate. I mean, yeah, we've got some great meetings in between now and the Rees Tour, obviously. I mean, we've got the New Zealand's, we've got teams, 240s, triples. We've got the teams at Huntley with our auction. You know, so much stuff. But I just think this tour is just going to be just a great experience for everybody and anybody that gets on there. And for the crowds in the South Island, they get to put their bum on the seat at their local track, and suddenly they've got vehicles and cars maybe they haven't seen before, and the caliber of drivers that are going to come through is just incredible, mate. I mean, it's really good. And I mean, all tracks this season, everybody looks like they're just going to have a fantastic season, don't they? And I mean, the best thing we can do to support all these tracks is try and get our bum on the seat on the weekends. I know it's not easy in these tough times, but I think I'd rather go watch Speedway than sit back and buy a box of piss and drink that, to be fair. Myself, anyway. I do like my beer, but I love my Speedway.
It's better than sitting back and watching the All Blacks, you know. The Pumas gave us a bit of a tallying up in Wellington, and then they're talking up in Eden Park after 30 years. Anything is bloody possible. Why not get to your local Speedway check? I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that supported us here at Trackside, especially those who already commented or sent messages around purchasing some of our T-shirts that we put on our Facebook page as well. So appreciation to you, and we'll get things organised around all of that as well.
Yeah, so if anybody wants one of those kins.
And the Rees Tour. Yeah. So just going back to that one, when we talk to our guests tonight, you're going to be surprised because some of the classes that are traveling down to super stocks, we've got the classics. We also have the historics as well. You know, those cars, the modifieds, stock cars in amongst that. Some of the tracks for your viewers out there have to kind of comprehend they don't actually have these classes of cars at their tracks race. So it's quite a surprise, and it's a crowd puller. Get your bums on seat, like Booker said, and come along and check out some of the amazing cars that will be traveling part of the Rees Tour. You're going to just cover off the shirts?
Yeah, just for the shirts too, yeah. So this is, Friday's going to be your final chance to get your pre-orders in. This is all pre-ordered stuff. So you do a pre-order of us, and we're going to order only what people want. We're not going to do a run and have them sitting on the shelves because we just can't afford to do that. We're a non-making show. So we don't have, everything we put up ourselves. So we don't have the money sitting there just to have a whole heap of shirts for people. So appreciate those that have done it already. But yeah, so a bit of information coming through on that Rees Tour for drivers as well, if there's drivers watching. So basically you give $100 commitment saying, yep, I'm going to do the Rees Tour. You pay $100, but you get that $100 back. So once you're on the tour, you get the $100 back. But what they're also doing is they're going to do shirts. So what they're saying is that you can pay $100 as a commitment to the Rees Tour to say, yep, I'm going to be on that tour with my car. I'm going to do this. You pay $100 and you either can get the $100 back or 2 Rees Tour shirts. So you can have your money or some shirts to say you've been on the Rees Tour, So, which I thought was quite a good idea, Kins. Like it's either way you get your money back, just to say I'm going to commit. And they understand too that like you might commit and then a family emergency or something happens. They're not going to turn around and say, oh, well, that's too bad. They'll give you your money back. Trust me. That Pete's not out there to make the money off this tour. He's out there to have fun with everybody and all the drivers. And just a note too that the modifieds have shown interest in the tour, but they still haven't confirmed numbers to do the tour. So once that's done, then you'll have more information about the modifieds. But we are definitely super stock cars and historics as well, which is very cool. And I think there's going to be quite a few historics. So that's very cool too, Kins,
Oh, exactly. And the other part of this too, a couple of weeks back, we caught up with a guy who's given so much to the sport and Speedway, especially up in the North Island, Paul Vasey, and this is his farewell tour with part of this as well. So he's jumped on board with this, and this is his swan song. Now it's for his kids to race out there as they have been, and him to commit to the kids. Yes, he's back out there rollerblading around or roller skating around with his other love of sport. But
yes,
yeah, it's all about Paul Vasey as well. But he's given so much to the sport. We better carry on. I'll just say a big hello to Ellie O'Brien, Troy Rusco, who's excited. I know you're going down, Troy, to the NZs, and then, of course, continue on with the Rees Tour. Thomas Scott, always good to have you on the show. Mike Harvey, mate, how things going to Repco and Huntley?
Mr. Repco, great man.
Yeah, we'll catch up soon. I'm heading out that way this Friday and over the weekend and next week. Kerry Russ, Amron, our mate Ams, Mark Goodman. What do we got here? Muddy Goodley, who's joined us online with our DWD online late model series.
Oh, should I even put those pictures up?
Oh, yeah, pictures. Yeah, Brian England. Who else we got? Look at this fella, Amron. Rugby League is what it's all about. Green and gold, Tunny Footer. He knows that. Madu Motorsport, Wayne Knotts, Riley Williams. Hey, Scott Honeybone. How are you, mate? Who else we got here? Dave Thomas is watching. Hope you're getting better, Dave. Hope the hand's all good in Bevan Gilgore as well. Hey, Bev, we'll catch up sometime soon at Huntley Speedway. We might also catch up and have a quick chat with Craig from Greenstone Park Speedway books. We might also catch up and see what's going on.
100%, mate. Let's bring him in.
Hey, Craig.
How you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Hey, thank you for taking time out of your busy 24/7 schedule that you do with Smart Environment to join us on the show, mate. Welcome to the show.
That's all good.
Mate, how long have you been on the role that you're doing at the Speedway track? How many years you been associated?
I've been a part of the track down here for well over 20 years.
Wow.
Been on the committee for the last 15.
Yep.
And I've normally do like the publicity. I did photography. I've been helping out the promotions for the last couple of years as well, but I've actually stepped into a vice promotion role this year to give them a real good help.
Excellent, mate. How did you get involved in the Speedway? How did that all fall into place? How did they come about?
My mum and dad bought a house on the same street.
There you go to Speedway.
I grew up in that house from like the age of 2. We saw all the cars going past. My dad was like, "Oh, shall we go down and watch?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And yeah, I just fell in love with it. Started racing production saloons.
Yeah.
And then just slowly worked into helping out in the club and the committee and whatnot. And I won't change it. Enjoy it.
Do you still live down the same street?
No, I'm about 5 blocks away now.
But you can still hear the engines there.
Oh, yeah, you definitely can. Yeah.
Mate, you talked about the committee and everything else and how you got involved, obviously, through all of this. And look, and we're going to cover this all with every single track and everyone that we speak to associate with the track. Mate, you cannot do it and operate it without a good committee, but also the volunteer workers.
Absolutely. Volunteers are a huge part of our club. We can't thank them enough for turning up, taking time out of their time to come along, help us out. And it ranges from the simple flagman all the way up to the track preppers. They're spending hours before race day, after race day, just number of hours spent to get a meeting done is horrendous. And we just can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about these people, they commit to themselves, whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever day you may even race, if it's a midweek as well. You know, they're
Yeah.
taking, everyone's busy and everything is tough. We all know that. Me and Booker just spoke about that at the start, but they put themselves out there to make sure that fans get to see the entertainment on the oval tracks. You know, sometimes some of those volunteers, I suppose when you're a flagman, might take a bit of abuse, but, you know, some people just got a bloody tie ho sometimes and hold back, you know, because they're committing their time for the love of the sport. You as a spectator sit there for the love of the sport. Some people just have to comprehend sometimes these people are doing it out of the generosity of their heart and for everyone else.
That is correct. Absolutely.
All right, mate, let's get into your season. How dare I say it? Your practice starts exactly in a month, 14th, 21st, and 28th of September. It's only next month.
It's only 4 weeks away before we start our practice.
Yeah.
You can't believe how fast the off-season's gone for us.
Yeah. So actually, I just want to go back a step there. You mentioned off-season. Has much changed at the track or any other preparation in between the off-season?
We've got some new clay.
Okay.
So that's been a big task. I want to thank Ross Brown for that. He's donated the clay to us. Well, not donated, but he's provided the clay. So we've been the last couple of weeks digging it up, trucking it to the track. That's a bit of a track to get it there. But new clay always helps, especially at the start of the season. Especially the location of our track is right on the river. So it gets quite stony. So when our clay washes away, the stones come up. So we always like to have a decent clay padding before the start of the season. But the last couple of seasons has been a little bit harder to get a hold of. Just weather-wise and whatnot during the off-season to get the clay. But this season off-season has been really good weather-wise, so we've been able to get quite a bit.
Excellent, mate. Good on you. Hey, then, of course, 28th and 29th, we talk about Bathurst. What is Bathurst practice? Tell me more about that, please.
Right. So Bathurst is Fords versus Holdens.
Okay.
It's a streetcar race. They run Derby teams roll bars. The pit gate is open. It runs for 2 hours non-stop, and each team has 4 drivers, and they have to swap their drivers over every 30 minutes to give the drivers 30 minutes each. When they come in, they swap the driver over, they jack the car up with your jacks, your axle stands, you swap a tyre over, you put it back down again, the guy goes out. Whatever team does the most laps in 2 hours is the winner.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I want to see that, kids. Hey,
we're not the only track that does it. We noticed some tracks down south were doing it and how successful it was at the start of their season. So we thought we would give it a go, possibly about 8 years ago, and we just constantly keep doing it. It's a great start. We've actually got people that have done it and then come into production swims because they've loved it so much.
Wow.
You know, actually, it's amazing. Like, every time we talk to these South Island tracks, they come up with something else that we haven't heard about, haven't they? Like, you know, it's just the initiative down there seems to be, you know, it blows me away. You know, we seem to be in a stagnant, I think, a bit up here at the North Island tracks. Everyone sort of does the same events, but they're all based around actual proper speedway stuff, you know, where this is sort of bit of speedway, bit of I like that. That's cool, man. I'd sit there and watch that, mate, with my hot dog in the stand. And
it would be fun, Books, you know, and you're right. I think a lot of us up in the north don't want to change. We're so used to how we run things up here. What I like about the south, and we've spoken to a few others around the whole Bathurst concept, you just go and do it. You actually implement it and do it. And how you've incorporated that event has got the interest of us to come down and bloody look at it because it sounds like fun. And that's the key to it, isn't it? It's fun.
That is the key. And a lot of these people that do it have never actually been on a speedway track before. They come, they do it, they love it that much that they actually start pursuing speedway as a hobby. So we're getting more drivers in different classes, and we're actually getting more families coming along that have never come along to a track before because one of their friends did a Bathurst event or a member of their family did the Bathurst event. So now we get more families coming along and watching more events, which is good for us.
See, Books, if we were there, mate, you could replicate Greg Murphy. I'd replicate Marcus Ambrose, and imagine the fun we would have.
Hey, stop on the corner.
I was going to say, we'll just make it past turn 1.
We might just go donk.
Oh, shit, that's bloody cool. We better carry on. What else we got coming up? In October, you got your memorial meeting. Rain out dates on the 13th, but the big one's on the 12th. Tell me more about that.
So the memorial meeting is our opening meeting.
Yeah.
It's an official opening meeting of the season. So we just remember all our past drivers and volunteers. Yeah. We've had a few volunteers that have passed away that we like to remember as well. So we've decided to hold a memorial opening meeting event to celebrate these past drivers and volunteers.
Right. Brilliant. Yeah, you got to do that. That's great recognition by everyone that's associated with your club and great remembrance as well because you'll get families you can reflect on some of those names. They reflect the stories about how good a driver they were, the fun times, everything. It's really cool, actually. Mainland mini stocks. Mini stocks is a big class, grows up and down the whole country, mate. But you got the mainland one getting underway. Is that I'm looking at that? Is that like Labor Weekend? Is it?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
So
got a few mini stocks down there. Yeah.
We've probably got about 9 or 10 adult mini stocks. We don't have any youth.
Okay.
So, and it's always we get a lot of the Christchurch mini stock drivers coming over, some Nelson ones as well. So they always make it a good event, the mainland mini stocks.
Right. South Island Saloon Series. That's kind of kicking off at the end of November. 29 laps featuring, is it Pike? What's that?
The Pike River Memorial 29 lap event that we held every year since Pike River. And every year it is always something special, always grows. Steve Williams was the first one for the first time that we had it. He was the one that originally organized it, and he brought a whole heap of saloons. And it's just been something that we, as a club, we've always continuously keep doing.
Yeah, the memorial side of that. So, and I kind of just clicked to when you got 29 laps. I know what that's all about as well.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, well done there. December, couple there before the Christmas season. You got on the 13th, Friday, Street Stock Tri Series Round 1, and also just prior to Christmas, the West Coast Championship Adult as well. So, plenty to look forward to before you get into your Christmas pudding.
Absolutely. The Tri Nations, they started it last season, but we actually missed out because of the weather. So what they do is they hit us, and then they go to Nelson, and then they go to Blenheim, all in the same weekend. So we're hoping this year we'll be able to get it underway.
Yeah, we talked about that with the Nelson and Blenheim tracks the other day, didn't we, Kins? Last week they're talking about that series too. Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently it went really well in Nelson and in Blenheim. So we were gutted that it rained out for us. So we're really hoping this time will be good for us.
What I did know too, currently this program that I'm looking at is just about a backup with a rain out date, which is, serious thinking these days because we just don't know what Mother Nature's going to turn up. Everyone's going to be enjoying counting down and singing Old Lang Syne because the New Year's will roll over to 2025. Mid-January, it's the big one down there. South Island really turn it on. The War of the Wings sprint cars on the 18th of January.
Yeah, so every year, sprint cars come here, one meeting a year. They love it. They always have come in high numbers, 20s, low 20s. It is the the Wild West Shootout is what they've called it. And it is a huge crowd puller for us.
What lap times are these sprint cars doing? Seriously, mate, give us an idea, because we've spoken to some of these promoters previously, and some of these lap times was like, blew me away.
If you'd asked me earlier on, I could have had that data, because I've got all the data putting on the computer.
That's all right.
But I think they're doing modifieds are doing low 14s.
Sprint car about 12, even 12.
So I think the high 12s maybe for sprint cars, something like that. I couldn't be accurate, but I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to know some times, because some of the times that the other promoters have told us down on the South Island, and I know they had a big sprint car series down there recently as well, you know. So, that's cool, because we love our sprint cars. You got the youth champs, the West Coast Youth Camp Champs on the 25th of January.
Yep. So we don't have any youth mini stocks anymore, but however, we have youth saloons. Dunedin and I believe Invercargill run youth saloons. So we decided to trial it, and we went from having one youth saloon to having 9 youth saloons in one season.
Cool. Youth saloons.
It's actually becoming possibly one of our bigger classes here in Greymouth.
Yeah.
And it's a good stepping stone for the youth.
So when you're talking this, excuse my ignorance here, youth saloons, is this like mini stock youth age you're talking about driving? Is it like 12 to 16?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And they're running no more than a 1600.
Okay.
And they're just built up like a production saloon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was thinking these little. Imagine a 12-year-old with a 350 Chev. I was thinking, holy shit. I was thinking, what the hell?
The good thing about it is when they get old enough, they can actually take that car to the adult production saloons and keep racing it until they can get a powerful car to compete, and then they can put that car back down to the youth. So it's not like that's it. You got to buy another car. You can move it up.
Yeah. You guys got it made down in the south, right? You got all the bloody ideas. Yeah. Anyway, where am I? Moving on through to the TQs. We're in February, 8th and 9th of its array now. South Island TQs. How big is the TQs down in the south?
Ruapuna have a large number of TQs, and so do Nelson.
Yep.
We've struggled a little bit in the last couple of years, but we still have some very competitive drivers from here who are always wanting us to hold the South Islands. We get a lot of the Christchurch guys coming across here throughout the season, racing. They enjoy coming here to race. So it's always a crowd puller.
Cool. Moving on through the week later, you got the BNT Production Youth King of the Coast as well. So again, the youth are back in there with their little race productions.
Yep. And then BNT Productions is your adult production saloons. So that's a feature event for them. And then just Youth King of the Coast, which is all youth classes. We also have Kids Quarter Midgets.
All right, cool. Modifieds, mate. Great class down in the South Island. Books and I love modifieds. You've got the South Island modifieds there on the 22nd. The followed that, the Modified Gold Rush. Talk to me more about that, because obviously there's only a few tracks that run down in the south.
Yep, there's only 2 tracks that run the modifieds in the South Island, us and Woodford Glen. So we always put on a good show. They always put on a good show. Our guys support them. Their guys support us with the modifieds. So we've got the modified South Islands this year, which will be a good contender. We've got some really top-notch drivers. Christchurch have some really good drivers. So it's going to be some close battles through that. And then on the 23rd, we've got the Modified Gold Rush, which is White Gold Rush. He is a modified driver.
Yeah.
He's also a gold miner. He loves his modifieds. And he wanted to make an event for Greenstone Park around the modifieds. And he come up with a Modified Gold Rush where the prize money is like an ounce of gold. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is a bit of gold stamped for the winners. And we're actually getting, last year we got some North Island modifieds come down for it. This season, we're hoping to have the same thing. We're hoping to tie in with the Modified Invasion in Christchurch, which happens the weekend after. So we're hoping to get a few North Islanders down for the Gold Rush, who will then go across to Wolf Glen for the Modified Invasion.
I think Brad Lane came down to that for you last year, didn't he?
Yes, he did, absolutely.
Yeah.
And by the sounds of it, he's committed to come down again.
Yeah. He is. Brad is going to be there. Yeah. Right, and wrapping up the season before I talk about the other one we haven't touched on yet. You got the King of the Coast on the 5th of April.
Yep. So King of the Coast is our final meeting. It's our big one, our big club meeting. We get full classes, super stocks, stock cars, production saloons, adult mini stocks, TQs, modifieds. We invite the super stock guys. They come across from Christchurch and Nelson. They bring 10 plus supers with them, and they absolutely love it. So we're always keen to have them back. And we start a little bit earlier that day, but the day just goes on and on and on, and it's just one long meeting that is so enjoyable. The crowds are always full. And then afterwards, we have prize giving in the club rooms, and the club rooms will be busy until midnight.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be busy on the 18th of March because we've been talking about this for some time. This is the official date, 18th of March. The Rees Tour rolls into town with Fazy's farewell. Mate, how excited is it for your track and for the committee and everyone that's associated behind the scenes? Because this has been coming for a couple of seasons now. And Pete said, we're all go. We're going down south. So your date, 18th of March.
Yep. Oh, we're absolutely stoked about it. I had a good chat with Pete when I was at the conference, and he was telling me that they couldn't do this event without us signing the paperwork to say that we're keen. As soon as he showed me the paperwork, I said to him, don't worry about it. We're 100% behind on this. We want this event to happen. We're here to provide whatever you guys require. If you guys need to camp in our grounds, we're open to it. Anything we can do to make them easier for their life so they can come race on our track.
That's a big thing too, I think, is that the talking point so far with the last two tracks is that we can camp there, and and that's going to make the whole thing so much fun. You know, everybody together like a big family, just on this big camping trip across the South Island is what it is, and you get to watch Speedway at the same time. You know, it's just fantastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, our one's a Tuesday, the 18th. We're not shy of running midweek meetings. We do it quite often. And most of our volunteers will turn up. They absolutely love to watch the super stocks, the stock cars, knowing that it's a Peter Rees tour, that there's going to be a lot of North Island cars. So our volunteers will be there with smiles on their faces, ready to roll.
Yeah.
We'll be there with smiles on our faces, they can say.
Right. If we couldn't get more excited enough, you know, we know how beautiful the South Island is and how welcoming every track that is on this tour has been for Pete and everyone behind the scenes. You know, it's credit to everyone down there. Like you say, just show me the dotted line that was going to get signed off because obviously everyone's amped to see everyone down there. And hey, look, you're going to get good drivers up the north heading down south, putting on a bloody show, and the privilege of being there on your track and everything, mate. But, you know, that takes a lot of work because, like I said right at the start when we caught up, Craig, the work that happens behind the scene at the club level is just amazing, as you know, and that's where the credit's due. But is there anyone else you want to thank? You know, what's the website or Facebook page or anywhere that people can keep in touch? And the last part before I wrap up here is obviously your Pits Media TV will be part of this, so there'll be the odd live streaming that happens down there as well.
Yep. Pits will be a part of it, which is cool. We're always arms open to the Pits Media coming along. The more that they stream from our track is good for us because it gets our track out there, and it means more people want to come race or come visit our track, which we want. We've got a reasonably newish committee heads this year. This is their second year into it.
Yep.
I think they've done great work, and they're only going to get bigger and better. And I think having the committee, the volunteers, all of our sponsors that happen throughout the year, we can't thank any of them enough. And we're looking forward to the start of our new season. We have a Facebook page, which is just Greenstone Park Speedway.
Yep.
And then our website is just greenstonepark.co.nz, which we update with our calendar. Our calendar's on there right now, and it's also on our Facebook page as well.
And you've got a working bee this Sunday. Is it Sunday or Saturday?
Working bee this Saturday from 12 onwards. It's just a general cleanup, mow some lawns, make sure everything's looking nice and tidy for the first practice in 4 weeks' time.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
Craig, before I let you go, is this correct? Family, is that $45, 2 adults, 3 kids? Adult is $20, children $5, 5 to 16. And you got the time skate 3 p.m. racing at 4. That's correct? Wow. Wow. $20. Cheap for fun entertainment.
Told you, every time I talk to a South Island track, I get more and more thinking about moving down there, man. Holy snapping duck.
Wouldn't blame it. South Island's the best.
I've just been down there all the way to Chicago, and I've fallen in love with the place. I tell you, the only thing that's been keeping me in the North Island at the moment is my bloody grandkids. So it's.
There you go. I'm not lying.
Wait till you come over to this side. You won't want to leave. Everyone that comes to the coast never wants to leave the coast. It's
it's going to be interesting. It'll be it. The Rees Tour might bloody send me over the edge.
Hunting, we've got it all here.
Hey, awesome. Are you allowing tents to camp there as well on that Rees Tour? Yep. There you go. A couple of people asking that because there's a lot of public as much as drivers that want to go on this Rees Tour, and they're all loving the idea of their family camping. You know,
we've got a freedom camping site right next door to our track as well, right on the beachfront, which has a public toilet and an outdoor shower as well.
Oh, there you go, sorted. That's fantastic. God, it's going to be great, isn't it, Kins? I mean, shit, their season. I'm actually thinking, shit, I wish that Bathurst thing was closer to the Rees Tour.
Hey, well, Craig, look, thank you. It's been a pleasure having you on the show and joining us tonight, promoting what's going on at your track there, and everyone get in the information. Booker and I look forward to catching up with you when we arrive down there in March and being part of the event with the Rees. And it's been a pleasure talking to you, mate. I wish you and the community and everyone that's associated with your wonderful track all the best for the season ahead. Hope it all goes to plan. Hope that rain buggers off and you get to enjoy yourselves, because there's a lot of work in the off season that's put into what happens here and gets entertainment out for the fans. So fans, cheap as chips, really, honestly. Get your bum trackside and support this wonderful track.
Cool. Thank you very much, guys, for having me on to talk about my track. And we look forward to seeing you guys down for the Peter Rees.
Mate, look forward to it. We can't wait.
Craig. Cheers, mate. Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, mate. Okay, Craig from Greenstone Park Speedway, mate, in Greymouth. Well, some of the stuff to do from the memorabilia side of things and racing, the Bathurst caught us as well. They've got the modifieds down there. They've got the Gold Rush. They've got the Rees Tour. They've got young kids as young as 12 having to go to saloons, building in the future for productions. They've got it all going on. So do check out, I'll click it over one more time, that website there, greenstonepark.co.nz. That's where you're going to find all the relevant information you will need to know. So thank you.
Just incredible, isn't it, mate? Like these tracks in the South Island, they seem to be setting a bit of a high bar. They did last year too, didn't they, when we talked to them all as well, when it, I tell you, we're going to be talking to the North Island tracks too as we travel our country of tracks as a build up. So I'll be interested to see what we have to hear from everyone, eh? But moving straight into the next one, mate, we're going to be bringing in our next young man, Matt Stewart. G'day, Matt. How are you?
How you going, team?
Good.
Yeah, good, eh? How'd you like that one, mate? Young man, eh? Young, eh?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Before we really get into Custom Signs Beachlands Speedway, I've seen the 24-25 calendar, mate, but you went to conference. I know Craig was at conference as well. You joined yourself on a subcommittee there.
Yeah, yep. No, I was put forward to go on the new championship allocation review subcommittee. Got my name put forward and voted in. So now looking forward to getting into the work there and seeing what we can do. So now looking forward to it.
Allocation committee sounds pretty flash. So explain to our viewers, what does that actually mean?
It's just a group of people. So there's 2 from the north and 2 from the south that have been voted in by the tracks to review the current rotation structure, how it's put together, how it can be done, any ideas of how it can be improved going forward, and to put some things in place to present back to the conference next year. So, yeah, plenty of work to do before then.
I'm guessing too, mate. Obviously, you'll be working about the island side of things, north and south, in each class as well. You've got the GPs to work on, then you've got the big championship meetings as well. So it doesn't work overnight. It's going to be a lot of work put into making sure it all meets and everyone's on the same page and everyone's pretty well happy in their own class at championships.
100%. Yeah, and we've got some great people on the subcommittee. So some people that have been doing it a long time, lots of David Jones from Napier and Rob Roxburgh from Ruapuna and Tim Saville and myself. So a good diverse group of people. So I'm sure we can come up with something that works. And yeah, look forward to working with those guys and using some of my skills to hopefully have a positive input into the future of the sport.
Just jump back to last year, mate. We caught up when we had Case Muse, Mike King on the show. It's all about the celebrities and everything like that, mate. And obviously your track hit the headlines for, well, a Red Bull street stock that had wings and could fly as an example. But mate, how was that then? And I haven't caught up with you since then. You know, what was it like? I know I went to America. You were telling us off here previously, but I got it out there. But you got things back into the second night of racing.
Yeah, no, it's it was a perfectly planned stunt, so it worked out really good. It was one of those freak accidents. You probably couldn't repeat it if you tried. But yeah, it did. It was pretty scary at the time. I was actually in the race, 2 cars ahead of the one that went over the fence, and I didn't know it even happened. We're on the track, and red light come on, then all the lights went out, and so we didn't really know what was going on until someone came over and told me and allowed me to get out of my car and go help out. So pretty scary to start with, but we had great support from Ricky from the board, Matt Green from the board, and the SNZ crew. So we were really well supported throughout that weekend. It was obviously my phone rang red hot for 2 days with the media. I think every media bloody outlet in the country trying to get a statement or something out. So, I can't thank the likes of Ricky enough for the support we got throughout that event because, it was pretty hectic. But we managed to great help from the drivers and the club members to get the catch fence rebuilt, the track lights fixed, and we went racing the next night. So, it was all worth it in the end.
For me, was that bloody media to build up the celebrity event? What it was about, I Am Hope. When we spoke distinctly with Case and Mike and everyone that was associated around this and what it was raising funds for, where was the bloody media to help you out then and promote this wonderful event? You know, as soon as shit hits the fan, they want to jump on your bandwagon and start ringing. So there you go.
Right,
There's a challenge out for the bloody media. Get in there and help these tracks that are doing all these wonderful events. Give them some coverage, some positive stuff. I'll stop there, mate, before you wind me up.
But going back to that though, that I Am Hope meeting and that racing, how good was that? To be fair, like those guys jumping in those cars, what were they like, Matt? Well, we didn't get to see it, but were they just as silly on the track as they were in the interviews, or what?
No, they're all characters, and it was good because we had I guess people from all walks of life. Like Rotorua did one with the celebrity sort of races and stuff. Our one was more of a novice one, so pretty much all the celebrities hadn't done it before. I think Mike King had a go in Waikato Park, but there was Highlander rugby players, there was basketballers, there was all sorts of people from all walks of life, and there was the banter beforehand and afterwards was unreal. But no, they found out pretty quickly it wasn't as easy as it looked, and there's a few crashes, a few spins up, and all that. But no, it went off really well. It was great to have those celebrities, and then after they finished their race, they went out and mingled with the crowd. And Mike King's an absolute legend. I mean, he spent all night walking around the crowd, getting photos, signing autographs. So he was excellent. So no, it was awesome, and well worth doing.
That's good, when a celebrity like that turns up and actually goes out and mingles, because those people put their bums on the seats to see him, and for him to go out and spend that extra time and effort, I think that says a lot about the man, doesn't it? And his cause that he's so passionate about.
100%. So they got we were lucky enough, they got airlifted and dropped at the track in a helicopter. So they got dropped in the middle of the infield by one of our awesome club sponsors. Lister Helicopters donated us a helicopter, and they picked up Mike King and Richie Barnett, and raffle winner. There was a young kid that got picked up in town. They got taken for a 20-minute flight down over Dunedin, and then dropped right in the middle of the track in the infield in front of the whole crowd. So so basically the minute Mike got out of the helicopter, he was busy the whole night talking to people, signing stuff, getting photos. He didn't stop right up until the minute he left at midnight or whatever it was when he left. He didn't stop all the whole time he was there. So absolutely fantastic guy, great cause, and I can't speak highly enough of the man.
Yeah. Gee, he's not young anymore, Mike, and he's still doing this bloody stuff. I bet you he spun a few jokes in the club rooms afterwards, but we'll leave it at that. It's a family show. I can imagine what Mike's like. I know what his mouth gets like. Mate, I just want to do a few shout-outs here. Rob McEwen, hi, mate. Noel Hawthorne, good to have you on board. Hadley Dixon, I know they got a lot going on there with their family around events and quizzes.
Yeah, thoughts of his family. Yeah.
Scott Honeybone, pre-order T-shirts, trackside shirts. Yeah, just go to our Facebook page, mate.
With the pre-order of the trackside T-shirts, you just got to PM us. I haven't got your message, Scotty. We will be contacting all those people that PM'd us so far at the end of the week.
All right, Pete Rose, mate, how are you? Caleb J. Miller, Wayne Stewart, Books Murphy would win. Yeah, Wayne, he bloody knows too. What have we got? John North over, Paul Vasey's watching. Ruapuna has one NZTQ, Jeremy Webb, he's going, wow. Hey, Sean, how are you? Go the Glen. Mike Harvey, watch out for our Huntley boys. Yeah, they'll be heading down there. Madu Goodley, 10 there as well, so that's cool. Troy Rusco, NZ Super Artist, kia ora, mate, how are you? We'll carry on with Terry Smith. Evening, Terry. Mate, back to you, because 21st of September, it's just 5 weeks away. You got your practice 1 and 2, so looking forward to that.
Yep. No, so it should be good. We've got quite a number of new drivers and things like that, and some people in new cars. So it'd be good to welcome them all to the club and get them out on the track for the first time. So it's always good to see. The
future of the sport as a youth. You got practice training on the 5th of October.
Yep. So same as Craig from Greymouth, we run youth saloons. So we have for I think about 8 or 9 years now. We've got 22 odd kids that race in the youth saloons. They're actually, some of the kids in the youth saloons have faster lap times than our production saloons. So they're real talented kids and can really drive. So it's a great grade. We've actually had, over the last 3 years, we've had 100% rate of drivers leaving that grade and going to an adult class. So we haven't lost any kids that come out of that class. So and they're feeding street stock class predominantly. So we've got I am production. Sorry, I've just been corrected by my wife. They also go. As Craig said, the kids when they age out of youth, if they can't afford to upgrade their car, they can race the same car that they've been racing, that they're comfortable in, they know. They just buy an adult license and race it with the production. So that's been great. And then, we've had some going to stock cars, and then, into the street stock class.
So basically, your youth saloon class is pretty much the same as the feeder class for mini stocks around most of the country.
Yep, 100%. Yep. So they're a youth class, feeder class. We went away from mini stocks because they were too expensive. They were dying away. I guess the money down here is a little bit less than potentially in the North Island. We also don't have a lot of the chassis builders like they do up north that pump them out. So, buying a mini stock, back when we went youth saloons, you couldn't get a good mini stock for any less than, 8 to 7, 7 or 8,000, and now they're a lot more. So trying to get some parents involved in the sport and sell the dream of, hey, get your kids into it. It's only going to cost you $7,000. They balked at it and we lost people. Now for a youth saloon, $2,000. You've got yourself a competitive youth saloon in your way racing. So it's a lot more affordable for the parents that are paying the money to get their kids out on the track. We also find we get quite a lot of females that are coming through now, which is great. Obviously, if you have an accident in a youth saloon, it's a lot more forgiving on the bodies. Obviously, the car takes a little bit more of the impact, and we don't see as much contact because obviously in the mini stocks they've got the steel bumpers, so it's a little bit more. We've got them all use them type scenario, but in the youth saloons they're up plastic bumpers and soft chassis rails. So if they get crazy, the car just gets wrecked. So they tend to not do it. It still does happen. They still get a bit pushy sometimes, but it's a lot less. It's a great grade to watch. And as I say, the drivers are come a long way, and they really can drive, which is awesome to see.
Right, that's awesome to hear what you're saying there. So, what a great feeder class to develop the class, and as your wife said, production saloons, mate, even the street stocks as well as their cup of tea. I can see why the South Island's kicking a bit of ass when it comes to street stocks at the moment. Let's move on through to opening night, Southern Sprint Cars on the 19th of October.
Yep. So we're all going the 19th. We have a good relationship with the Southern Sprint Car Series. We don't hold sprint cars. So, actually, we've got one now. So Ricky Bolton, he's got a sprint car. So he's contacted that out of Dunedin. So we've now got one sprint car. But prior to that, we've never had any sprint cars. But every year we get at least one round of the Southern Sprint Cars. The drivers love coming here. It's sort of like a even playing field, so no one's got home track advantage. So all the drivers that come, it's a sort of level playing field to everybody. I think some of the lap times to get down to the low 13s type thing. I think our track record was a 12.9 or something, and that was set a number of years ago by Buddy Coford from the States.
States,
there's a lot of drivers that are really quick around Dunedin. So Josh Buchanan from Cromwell, he's exceptionally fast around our Beachlands track. So we love having them every year.
Okay, then we move into November. Like most places up and down the country, speedways, it's always about fireworks. The families love the show, love the fireworks, and when you got the people doing the job in the middle of the track or around the outside, it's a great spectacle.
Yeah, it's always one of our bigger meetings, and we target it. It's our big family night. So we've got bouncy castles, face painting. We had a magician type scientist dude. We have all that sort of stuff, and it's also our I Am Hope fundraiser night where we raise money for I Am Hope. So there's always we've got stickers that we sell all the drivers that they put on their cars to support I Am Hope. We have the I Am Hope crew there selling the merchandise, and we do raffles and auctions and all sorts. So it's a big night, and our race car to that one.
Okay, moving on through to the production tri-series. You've got the Donald McLean Saloons and the Targo Stock Cars on the 16th.
Yep, it's another big night. So he's a tri-series for production. So Dunedin, Cromwell, and Invercargill do. There's 6 drivers from each club join a team, and they do a round at each track and accumulate the points over the 3 rounds to find the winner. So our young gun team from last year won it last year. So they're defending it this year. So we look forward to supporting them and seeing how they go.
Principals are back on the track. This is all about obviously getting families and some of the students that attend their school. Why not when it's a family show? And they will be there with the Saloon Series at the end of November, Friday 29. The following night, you got Saloon Series, Best Pairs, Street Stock. So you got a double header there.
Yeah, so we were lucky enough to get 2 rounds of the Saloon Series. They're mimicking the New Zealand saloons, which we got later in the year. So I guess it gives all the drivers that are coming down a bit of a taste of what it will be like for the 2 nights. So that's pretty cool. We've also got side shares that just confirmed for the Friday night. So we don't hold side shares, but Irwin Tree from Invercargill's, they're racing in Arendi Park on the Saturday night. So the Christchurch ones are calling in on the Friday. The Invercargill guys are coming up. So they're pretty mad. They love the clay track. It's something different they don't race on, and they're mad, but they love it, and we love having them. So we haven't had them for a couple of years, so we're good to have them back as well.
Wicked, mate. You got 2 meetings in December before the year is over. The Otago Saloons. You got the Production King and Queens on the 14th December. Then you also got the South Island Street Stocks as well on the 27th. That wraps up the year 2024 for you at the track.
Yep. So it's the 27th. There'll be a massive meeting. South Island Street Stocks. Street Stocks is our premier class. We don't have super stocks and all that, but this year we've got over 40 contracted street stocks. So it's a massive field. We also have the current 1NZ is out of Dunedin as well. So that'll be sort of his long song before he heads off to defend it in Auckland. So it'll be good to have give him a chance to race with the 1NZ and try and get the South Island title as well. So so we're expecting a good number. We've got over 40 of our own. So we can now claim that we are the home of street stocks. We're taking it off Steve Lennon from Christchurch. He's always been the biggest field of street stocks, but we've pipped him now. We've got it. So we're something we're pretty proud of.
Wicked.
40 street stocks.
Yeah. We'll get to catch up with Stu and he'll throw it back at you, mate. Next time we catch up with him. Hey, but also just a couple though. Production 30 lapper on the 18th of January. But your big one for January in the new year is the New Zealand Saloon Champs plus the Street Stock Best Pairs. It's going to be huge at the end of that month.
Yep, 100%. It's our big one. Something we're really looking forward to. Something we've been waiting for a long time. We've got some pretty old school campaigners of the saloons. They've been racing in it since way back in the day. So they've been waiting for this day to have their chance to campaign the saloons. So it should be really cool. And we've got some pretty big news which we'll be announcing next month around the saloons. We've got some other things that are going on, and we've partnered up with a pretty famous person from the North Island who may race a saloon. That we've got a big deal coming up. So can't say too much about it at this stage, but we're just doing the final details now, and that will be all announced next month. So we look forward to announcing that along with our naming right sponsor for that event too. So look forward to that.
Okay,
Cool.
mate. And the finals for that is on the 1st of Feb. So it's a double nighter once again, Friday 31st Jan, Saturday the 1st of Feb as well. So big news to come. So just keep an eye on the Facebook page and the website for your news announcement.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, watch our Facebook page and our website. Yeah, so as soon as we get that up, we'll be doing a big live video about announcing it. So it'll be cool.
You're already booked, so you're driving a saloon, mate. Is that what the news is?
Yeah. I don't think they make the seats big enough anymore.
It's all good. Hey, the Bennett Memorial Triples on the 15th of Feb.
Yeah, so we had a saloon, a family. So the Bennetts are a big, one of our major sponsors. They've got kids in the youth class. There's a couple of them in saloons, and their father and grandfather passed away a couple of years ago. So we started it last year. It's a memorial for him, and this year because they got kids in the youth and in production. So the triples are that night we'll be pairing up a production driver, a youth driver, and a saloon driver, and their points can be combined over the night as a bit of a memorial for the family. And as I say, they're great supporters of the club, have been for quite a while now, so it's good to give that back to them as well.
Look, someone's put a comment into the chat here, Books. They've put the cat out of the bag. They've told everyone that I'm driving Fluffy's super saloon down there.
Kid's driving Fluffy's car. Well, Fluffy probably can't fit in it anymore, so you might have to.
Fluffy's been trying to get me in that bloody thing. You remember Harley? Right?
He'd put you in there too. He'd put you in there, Fluster.
Get out there and rip up a super saloon, go around there. Yeah, I know.
I don't think Greenstone's got enough money to repair the wall, though, mate, for you.
Hey, and obviously this is what we're talking about too. I'll talk about this now before we wrap up with your big one, because we're going to talk about the celebrities again. But the Rees Tour, how good is it to have it back down? You know, as Craig alluded to, having everyone there as well. But how cool is it to have Pete and everyone that's associated stock cars, super stocks, the classics? It's going to be a big meeting on the 21st of March.
Yeah, definitely. And, that's something that, again, it's a grade we don't race. So we don't race super stocks, but we do. We have been getting them down once a year for Otago champs, and we had them down last year. We had a few of them from Christchurch come down, and they absolutely loved it. And last time Pete and that were here, they raved about the lap times they were getting out of the supers and that round our track. So, yeah, it's definitely something that we're looking forward to. It's good. It'll be good for us to show the Southern hospitality. So we've got a good feed all lined up. We've got we're very welcoming. We're always well known for putting on a big feed afterwards for the drivers and crews, and having a couple of cold beers afterwards to talk about how everything's going. So we look forward to that, and we've got all the same thing, the camping at the track and all that sort of stuff. So it's definitely, we're looking forward to it. We had it here a few years ago when Pete was last down. I think it was his hurrah out of stock cars. That was a big thing, and we look forward to holding it again.
I tell you, I'm counting down the sleeps of the Rees Tour like I used to for Christmas as a kid, mate. To be fair, it's I don't know if it's so much the Rees Tour as much as finally going and seeing all these South Island tracks. To be fair, kids, yeah, it's awesome. It's the Rees Tour, and it's great because I go back a lot of years with Paul Vasey too. So it's means quite a lot to me to see him finish his off with that tour as well. But I think more than anything, I'm just looking forward to visiting all these South Island tracks. I mean, we talked to all these guys last year, all the promoters, and after we finished that, kids, we sat back and went, shit, that sounds so much fun down there, And now we've only gone to our 4th track in the South Island for this year's one, and it's got me pumped.
But it's the hospitality that they have down in the south as well. The generosity. What you've heard is Matt is the 4th driver from the South Island. How they've gone out and opened up camping. Matt's spoken about the food. Just the generosity from everyone down there that makes you welcome, want to go down there and be welcomed. And the South Island is beautiful. We all know that. And just the racing's part of it, and just to be on that tour, I tell you what, we'll be talking about this for ages. And yeah, I can't wait, mate. Craig, I'll just get this out. Craig's put in the chat 14.3 second lap time for a sprint car around Greenstone, 14.8 second lap time for a modified. That's bugger all difference. That is not much. That's not much at all. I would have thought a sprint car 13.3, a modified 14.8. That just shows that's bugger all. Anyway, sorry, Books.
No, that's all right. I'm blown away by those times too. I just want to say to those watching that are going to come on that Rees Tour and do the camping, just remember the biggest thing we need to do is clean up our bloody mess as we leave, Like, if the tracks are going to let us stay at the tracks, let's show the respect back and don't leave our rubbish behind. Take it with us, I just want to say that too, because all the tracks are saying, yep, we're going to open our tracks up for you to camp, and we need to show that respect back by, because I've seen it in a couple of tracks where we get up in the morning and you go through the pits and it's just, yeah, it blows my mind. I mean, and like Peter Rees and his boys will get up in the morning and they're picking up everyone else's rubbish and cleaning up everybody else, we just need to be a little bit vigilant, I think, and just clean up our own messes.
Oh, exactly. You've got to be tidy Kiwis. The worst part of that, Books, is when there's rubbish and there's only like a bin within arm's distance. just too bloody lazy to pick it up and drop it in their bin. That's why the bins are there at these tracks. People put them out there. It's not an easy bloody job. Anyway, we'll move on and wrap it up.
I just wanted to make that point because we keep talking about how great it is that we're camping. So I just want to make sure we tell people, hey, look, if you're going to camp, pick up your bloody trash.
Yeah. What do we got here? We might have to have a South Island roving report. Everyone's kind of pointing the finger towards Am. Might be our mans for their AMs. If that happens with me in the fluffy car, they'll call it Fluffy Kins. Yeah, that'll be a bit of fun. South Island tracks are honest and accommodating. So welcome. Thanks, Brendan. Good to have you on the show, Brendan. 5 years ago in Dunedin. Mike King's watching. The beers are always cold because the place is bloody freezing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Phil Phillips watching. Good shirt, that Matt. What you got a good shirt on, eh? Phillips watching. How are we going to have modifieds in Dunedin? I'm not too sure. Thomas.
Oh, what I said there, Thomas, earlier is the modified show an interest for the tour, but they're yet to confirm their numbers so that then Pete can talk to the tracks and say the modifieds are going to come and we got X amount. So, but I'm pretty sure you guys would be welcoming, wouldn't you, Matt? More the merrier, or what?
100%, and we've already we're in the process of locking in a date for the modifieds to come to an Otago Champs. So we're working with the Greg rep from Christchurch. She's helping us get an interest out there. So we look forward to locking a date soon for an Otago Champs throughout the season as well. So to have them twice in 1 year, that will be unreal. Yep.
All right. Yeah. What is locked in, mate? The 4th and 5th of April wraps up your season. You track the Battle of the Street Stocks, Young and the Wrestlers, Stock Car Man of Steel, Parents Race as well. Second night, I Am Hope, the Celebrity Challenge is back again. Street Stock Chain Race, Otago Super Stocks, She's All Go. What another way to end the season at your track, mate.
100%, yeah. So we're going to go out with a bang, try and go bigger and better every year. As I say, we've got the Otago Super Stock, so look forward to getting those guys down for another run. But yeah, so our big stuff, so Battle of the Street Stocks, it gets bigger and bigger every year. This year we've got interest of North Island drivers, so we look forward to hosting some North Island street stock drivers down at the battle. 32 cars on the track. We're the only place in the country that runs 32 street stocks at once. It's unreal.
He's so good
unreal
to see.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, jump on the pits. There's plenty of footage on the pits. Yeah. So it's pretty hectic, but great racing. And Young and the Restless, that's another great event. So basically we have a youth saloon driver that's paired up with a street stock pair. So the street stocks, same as the Battle of the Stocks, we have an out of town driver paired up with a local driver for the weekend for the Battle of the Street Stocks, and then for the Young and the Restless, we add in a youth saloon. The whole idea of it is for the street stock drivers to support and watch the youth and give them tips and help them, and then the kids get involved with the street stocks. So it's getting bigger and bigger every year. The kids love it. The kids have they've had the pairs written on their cars. They've had Facebook posts, and it's really cool. Look forward to that. And then obviously the big one, the celebrities, I Am Hope Celebrity Challenge. We've got Mike King confirmed he's bringing his family down this year, I believe. So we look forward to hosting Mike again with another batch of celebrities. So it'll be a really cool way to finish the year, and also get the name of I Am Hope out there again in front of people, and etc. But yeah, it's always a good laugh to see that, or was last year, to see the celebrities get in the car after talking shit with each other leading up to it, and then they continued that long into the evening. So as I say, it's we're honoured to be partnered up with Mike and his charity. We really appreciate Mike's support and coming along to making the effort to come down from the North Island to jump in a car to get his name out there. So yeah, we really look forward to hosting that again.
Mike,
that's awesome. Well, we're happy to help you again, mate. If you want us to do the same thing again, we're always available, Matt. So yeah, but that was a lot of fun last year. It was it really was.
Yeah, honestly, you're bloody tempting, mate. You're tempting me to bloody come down there and holy. I'll show that. I'll show that Mike King how to drive a street stock.
I'm gonna stop.
I'm waiting for him to bite.
I'm gonna stop talking about these South Island tracks. I'm gonna it's just pumping me up too much. I tell you, I just really I'm really impressed, to be fair, with just what you guys do down there and the initiatives you take to just be a little bit more diverse with what goes on the track and stuff. You know, like you've got your principal challenge. You do the I Am Hope, which is awesome, because who doesn't want to support that charity? You know, Mike King's I Am Hope. It's just fantastic. But you got your sidekick accounts there doing that Bathurst race at their track. You know, that was just. I mean, these things, mate. That's what makes the tracks a bit more fun. People want to go and see it more. You know, but something different. Instead of going to a track and you're going to have the same things all the time, street stocks, modified, super stocks, blah, 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 but there's no difference to it, you know? And I think I take my hat off to you guys that you make that point of difference with your track with the classes.
Yeah, and I think that's like we don't have the big notable grades like your super stocks and things. So and being a small club, the same as Greymouth and the likes of Invercargill and that, like we're not eligible for huge amounts of championships, especially the New Zealand type ones. So I guess one of those things are you make your own fun. So that's sort of what we try and keep it grassroots and things. So like we do a barbecue every night after racing for the drivers, for prize giving and things like that. So what you lack in, I guess, the big dollar stuff you make up for in those smaller things that you're doing. And generally it's those smaller things that people remember, like, winning money and all that's great as well. But it's, if people go to a track and have a good time, they genuinely want to come back.
Yeah.
So that's what we sort of try and pride ourselves on.
Oh, that brings so much respect with that, what you said there, Matt, because like you said, if the drivers love it, they'll come back. They know what they're going to get. If they bring their families, they know they're going to be looked after. You can't do it any better than what you've just said, mate. But if anyone wants to find out more, beachlandspeedway.co.nz, I'm guessing the website. You've got your Facebook page. You've got the odd live stream going on. But to wrap this up, though, aside from yourself, there's all those committee members. There's those volunteers that worked endless hours, put their love and passion into your track and spend the time there to make sure everyone's enjoying themselves. You got to thank all of them, mate. And I know you do have sponsors, supporters, and all this as well.
100%. I'm just the monkey that gets put in front of the camera, but the real hard work. We've got a great committee. Quite a young, fresh committee. Same ones last year, so we must have done something right. We all got voted back in again this year, but great committee. Great club members, so great support. All our sponsors. Volunteers. Without those guys, we've had the same volunteers for quite a while. So, they turn up regardless of the cold and all that. They turn up every night. So, as I say, we're just a small club, but I think we probably punch above our weight sometimes, and it's due to those sort of people, our volunteers, our club members, and most of all, the committee and the committee partners. We spend a lot of time. We're all volunteers too, but the committee especially spend hours and hours at the track doing things. So that's time away from your partners and family. So, big respect to those people that allow us to do what we do, what we love.
Yeah, exactly. And this likewise. So everyone we're speaking to during the show with promotions around the tracks, the credit also goes out to all the drivers and all their classes, their crews, their sacrifice they do to bring out and entertain the fans that pay the money to come in and watch the racing. Mate, we're excited. We look forward to catching up with you and the team down there on the 21st of March as part of the Rees Tour. We appreciate your time joining us and sharing a little bit about your new role with SNZ, but also sharing what's on the race calendar and the excitement around everything that makes things work at Beachlands Speedway. Matt, we thank you for your time. And is there anything else you want to say before you say goodbye?
No, just thanks to you guys and what you do. This we talked about it off air, but the media people like yourselves that put the time and effort into showcasing our sport, that goes a long way, and giving the club, the clubs like ours that are a bit smaller and way tucked at the bottom of the country, giving us the exposure as well. We really appreciate the likes of yourselves and Jason from the pits, and Sean from Sparky, and all those guys that put the effort into showcasing our sport in a different light. It's refreshing, and thanks for allowing our small clubs to be showcased as well. We really appreciate it.
Mate, our pleasure is all ours. We enjoy it, mate. It's all about shits and giggles, having some fun, but it's about getting what you guys are passionate about. And, it's what it says here, high octane action, fun night with the whole family, only 10 minutes from the town. And we'll see you trackside, Beachlands Speedway. Shit, I sound like a radio commercial there. Anyway, mate.
And we have to get you down to a Battle of the Street Stocks one year.
Done.
Yes.
Done.
Oh my
mate.
God.
My king won't know what the hell hit him when I get on that track, mate.
Awesome.
He'll ring me later. Give me shit.
Oh,
Cheers,
that's
Matt.
awesome. Well,
mate.
thanks, Matt, for your time. We wish you all the best for the season. We look forward to catching up with you when we get through there for the Rees Tour, mate.
No, I look forward to hosting you. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Matt Stewart, Beachlands Speedway, and of course Cray from Greenstone Speedway in Greymouth as well. I tell you what, the South Island's got it going on at the moment. Trust me, they're
setting the bar so far, aren't they? I think for this season coming. To be fair, they're they certainly are. Like you had the 2 tracks from last week where we have Nelson and
Cobber.
Blenheim, yeah, Nelson and Blenheim. They got some good stuff going on. I mean, it's exciting stuff. Speedway this year is exciting. I think we've got a lot of tracks around the country are really looking good, and trying to think outside the box of a few things. Because we hear things that people aren't privy to as well from different tracks. So we know other stuff that is coming up that hasn't been announced yet. So I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming this season, but that South Island is setting the bar high. So good on them. And we thought that last year, though, didn't we, Kins, when we spoke to them all?
Yeah, mate. 100%, Box. Tonight's been a good show, and just to get out there what's happening down in the South. And I hope you've enjoyed the show as well. Don't forget, you can find out more about our shirts if you go to the Facebook page, or the details there, like Booker said. The last opportunity is closing up this Friday. So there you go, get it in if you want a shirt, and just message us on our page, your size and everything like that, and we'll get things sorted. Look, we carry on with our Rees Tour next Wednesday, so looking forward to catching up with a couple of more tracks down in the South Island as well. Don't fear, we'll be catching up with the North Island track as well.
Yeah, we're working our way there.
Yeah, and we'll be doing the Daybreaker special. Also, we will catch up with some of the smaller tracks, all right? The real small tracks, like your little grassroots ones. We'll catch up with them and give them the opportunity to chat with us about what's coming up for their exciting season. These are the little small tracks that do a lot on their tracks as well. So, yeah, we're going to share that journey with everyone up and down the country. Anyway, enjoy your Wednesday evening. Take care out there. Wrap up, look warm, and we will catch you back on Wednesday, 7:30.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bump and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.